Hey everybody, so it's time to have kind of a fun video, and that's where I go over the Splinterlands Friday recap video, and I'm going to go ahead and claim my season rewards on my 3 accounts, which sometimes people like to have some fun watching me get those, because every once in a while you get a legendary card and you see a big smile, and other times you get a gold legendary card and you just go crazy, right? It's kind of fun. It's one of those cool things about playing the game, and even the lower players get a chance to open far more chests in these days than they did in the past. Also, we'll be having that general sale going live in just a few days, and as long as we don't sell out, I'll be making that video where I create a new account. My plan is to fund it with $150 after the, well, you know what, let me give you guys some options. Put this in the comments of the video and I'd be very appreciative. What do you want the starting balance to be? Either $50, very small, $100, very small, smallish, or $150 or $200, somebody with a decent amount. Now do know I'm leaning towards $150 because Splinterlands is not a play for free, earn for free kind of game. In reality, you have to put some money in and then you stake your time and your skill to earn even more in this game. That's kind of the way that this works. The more time you spend learning how to play, the better you get. The more savvy you are with what cards to buy, the more you will make in the long term. But if all you do is buy a $10 spellbook, you're not going to make that much money. It's just not designed like that, and they're going to be changing the design, I think, more and more for it to require more stake in the game to earn more money playing the game, because they want players who are willing to invest in the game, become part of the community, and do those types of things. So if you're somebody who wants to get into a very good play to earn a community, but has some money to invest, Splinterlands is a good option. If you're just looking to get some money for free for playing a game, well, then you really want to look into games that offer scholarships or a scholarship program. I know Axie has that. I'm going to be doing that for Fightland, and the other players will be doing that for Fightland and Wax coming up. And there are some people out there who will let you play your Splinterlands cards for you, and you can earn some money that way, but those are harder to find. I don't really know a good one right now because some of the older ones shut down once the rental market came out because they could just rent their cards out instead. So let's go ahead and get into the Splinterlands updates. Now, it's a good thing to do to follow their the Splinterlands Twitter. As you can see, this is how I get the link to the town hall recap. I do watch it live, but I like to read through the recap when I'm doing these videos because it makes sure that I don't forget anything, because as a long-term player of the game, I watch the town hall usually on my phone, sometimes distracted by my kids, because I know all the team unless they're introducing somebody new. I know kind of the history of the game. I know a lot about their current plans, and their things can be a little repetitive at certain times because they want to always share the same information so brand new players get it. I understand that, but as an old school player, it's like I might zone out and miss something. So if I ever miss something big, go ahead and leave it in a comment on either the YouTube video or the Hive post, and that would be really good to share with the whole community. So if we go ahead and get into here, I'm going to be showing you, I have a few days left for people to enter on the 1000 DEC. Normally I would be spinning it live, but I'm not going to post this video for a few days. I just really wanted to claim my rewards today on the weekend, make this video while I had time, and then we'll get it up, and you'll have your chance to win your DEC. But I'll have the winner and I'll take a screenshot, but I want to give people those 2 more days they have to enter in case anybody comes across this. So we'll go ahead and get to the recap. So this is splintertalk.io. If you're a player, it's a site that's very good to use and get into to earn some extra rewards and to make sure that you follow the Splinterlands team. You'll see a lot of my posts I do on Peaked D, which is another Hive front end that can post to the Splinterlands community. So you can use either of those. But if all you are doing is playing Splinterlands and you're not really interested in other stuff going on the Hive blockchain at this point, then Splinter Talk is a great site, and you earn the additional Splinter Talk tokens always when you post here. So they go over the speakers. You can come check that out if you want to know. There's some intro and they kind of break it down, but we're going to go over some like quick little points here, and then we're going to get to claiming my rewards. So the dev updates were really just that they're bringing on more people. The team is getting bigger. They're at 95 employees. They're going to be at over 100 soon. This isn't some little company with some little game running on 2 servers. It's 100 people strong. There's a lot of developers. There's a lot of marketers. The team is up-ramped and vamping. They run their game on multiple servers. this thing is really set and primed to become something really big this year. And the general sales starting is the first peg of that. For the first time ever, if you're a brand new player, you're going to be able to come in, buy a $10 spell book, and actually buy packs from the team. And I believe that you're going to have about a 6-month period of time to do that. I could be wrong, and on the 17th, every pack could sell out, and then we're all going to be sad. But also, in the near future, you should see Splinterlands cards prices, and I'm starting to see them at the kind of prices that I saw when I was a brand new player. You can pick up commons for under a dime. You can pick up rares that people think are kind of bad for like a few dollars, epics for a few dollars from the rewards cards. These prices are coming back down to that normal area where you can accumulate cards and you can build your deck and you can play this game. That isn't something that's terrible to see. While my collection value has gone down, I'm somebody with a lot of cards, and I was never going to sell those cards. Yeah, sure, when they went up, it felt cool to be able to go like, yeah, I got all this money in my NFTs, and now I'm like, I lost some. But no, those are my cards. I play with those cards. Those are my stake into this community, and I don't really care their overall value goes up or down by 25%. Sure, if they go up by like 500%, then maybe I buy a house with my cards, but we'll see what happens, right? So, marketing updates, they have a new partnership with ZipMex. There's an announcement about that. You should go look up if you want to see it. I'm not going to go try to grab it right now, but it's really good to see additional partnerships constantly growing within the game. They expect us to lead to some big exposure for the SPS token. I know as of today, we're sitting at 15 cents. We're down a little bit. It hasn't really worked out yet. I don't know why the SPS token is just... Other people can't see what I see in it. I'm not selling it. I'm holding it. I could hold it down to a penny and oh well. But you know, that's just kind of where it is. I feel like this token is going to give us a lot of control and ownership in who the validators are, governance proposals once stakes voting is in place, and they're going to do a lot of stuff to reward us for holding these. And the voucher program is just one of it. We've seen vouchers pick back up to 284. If they can stay right around 284 to 350, which is the price at most that a voucher should be, because a voucher gets you a free pack currently, and our pack is $4 starting in a few days, so it has to be less than $4. It's basically going to somebody who's buying a big bulk amount and saying, hey, if you'd like to get some additional packs at like $3.50, $2.80, $2.75, $2 maybe if they go down there, you can buy these vouchers from us. But the big hint is that Rift Watchers will most likely be a voucher sale. So those packs are going to be a different price, and that's when vouchers could see a tick up and go back even above the $4 mark. I know I'm starting to save my vouchers with my current SBA stack. I'm getting about 17 and a half vouchers per day. And so I can just save those up to make sure I have a few hundred packs, vouchers ready once the new set comes out in a few months from now. When I get to my level of where I feel comfortable with, that's when I'll start to sell them. Or if vouchers for some reason are going for more than $4, I'd probably start selling them at that point. But that's just my current plan. One of the other things they're talking about, DigiCon is coming up on the 21st, so that's going to be in just over a week. Make sure you try to hang out on the main day and just go there. You can go to GamerDrive now and log in and get used to the platform. Make sure that you sign up for all the different things. You have all your wallet addresses ready. You're going to want a Wax one. You're going to want a BSC one. You're going to want to have your Splinterlands one. And that's because you're going to have the opportunity sometimes to get free little things on those blockchains. Sometimes they're valuable, sometimes they're not. And we just don't know for sure. There's also always some interesting auctions that goes on. We'll see how they do it this time. The last couple auctions, I've been buying up a few things, and it's always kind of fun to take part in auctions of crypto stuff because sometimes you get a good deal on a few different things. One of the things that they talked about was that we could all claim our airdrop 2 and 3. I know my big group claimed them, and I got my 5 that was expected by my pack buys. And I got 5 of each one, and the team got 3 golds of each one. So that's really cool. Our group account is working out perfectly. We bought packs all together. We had a big buy of 19,000 packs, and we pulled 3 gold cards. Now, on the general sale, we bought an additional like 60,000 packs. So for each airdrop going forward, that account's going to be doing a claim with like 70,000 packs. It's going to be pulling down gold cards. Who owns those gold cards? This is just a little hint. I still need to do a CAD video, but the CAD token holders. It's a Hive engine token. You can also find it on tribal decks, and the people who own those tokens own those cards. Eventually those cards will be sold and funds will be distributed to holders, but for now they're going to be rented out because airdrop cards, in my opinion, they go up in value. Some people think that they might have a downward trend. If you're playing that game, I think you're going to be wrong. The big reason why is because this set, unlike any set before, has a massive amount of legendary cards. And every airdrop looks like it's going to be a legendary card. So you're talking about cards that only are going to show up in 1 to every like 400 packs in the future. Those cards are going to be rare, and when they get airdropped to us, you're going to have a decent amount come onto the marketplace. But then you even have a player like me who has a lot of cards and wants maxed out legendaries. I only got 5 for buying 1,500 packs in the pre-sale and phase 2. I still need 6 more of each. I'm not selling any. So the only people selling them are people who got lucky, got 1 or 2s, or people who bought even more packs and actually got more than 11. Because all the big players want at least 1 maxed out card. That's why I do not think playing this game of selling your legendary airdrop cards and getting them later on is going to work out very well for you. It hasn't shown to work out very well for anybody. I know Bulldog tweeted out that he did that and it didn't work out well for him. So just be careful with that. Especially because in the AMA they announced they are not increasing the voucher rewards. We do have a possible change coming up to the game economy. There are a lot of questions about people who are like, I never even thought about doing this because it's such, to me, it's an exploit. It's like I rank my main account up as high as I can with my maxed out cards, and then I delegate them all to that new account and then get that one super high. But not to get season rewards at the end of the day, but to refresh my ECR just to farm more DEC out of the system, because that other account would be at 100, and then I could do that theoretically across 4 to 5 accounts in a day if I set it up the right way, and especially using a bot where I set the bot to just play my account every minute until the ECR gets down to say 60, transfer the cards, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, and then the next day start all over at the first account and always pushing it down to, really, really low. In fact, you could push it even all the way down to 0 if you wanted to. So that's a pretty wild exploit in my opinion. So they are looking at some changes that'll stop people from being able to do those types of things. It's hard because without the rental market set up correctly to allow people to redelegate cards after 1 day, it messes up the rental market, but it is let this exploit come into play, and if a lot of people are doing it, they're going to have to do something about that. I don't know if they'll be banning people, but it'll be an interesting thing. They did talk about land and land gameplay. If you don't know about what land's going to do, then it's just know it's going to change the game, because there's finally going to be a second turn after you make your team. The idea is you'll be able to get spell cards and equipment cards, and then you'll see the opponent's team, and before the match starts, you'll have the ability to play a spell that might weaken the other team, strengthen your team, put a piece of equipment into play to make your tank better, or an archer better, or a mage better, something like that, to try to adjust your team. So if you thought like, man, this team's going to kick my butt, but you have the right spells, all of a sudden you can switch your team's abilities up and maybe go ahead and win the match. And for people who don't have good spell cards, they're going to be at an extreme disadvantage. The only way to get spell cards is to own land, create resources, and craft them. The team will not be selling these ones that can be craftable. They will have a base set that they do release, but they won't be leveled up and they won't be sold from the shop. They'll just kind of be so you can learn the mechanic of it. So all the top players at the highest levels are going to need these spell cards, and so it's going to be very important. Also, something we found out today that we didn't know is within a tract and within a region, there's going to be kind of an in-game economy of the land world. And so the person who owns the keep or the castle within a tract or a region is going to get some resources from all the different lands, either in that whole region or in their whole tract. This is very cool for me because I own 2 tracts. Very cool for Matt 2 Castles and Neil McFadden who has two regions. Those guys are probably extremely happy to hear this. Maybe I get super lucky and one of my tracts gets a castle. I don't know if I can request for my 2 tracts not to be in either of those 2 guys' regions. It's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know how they're gonna. I guess they wouldn't be, actually, now that I think about it. But, I'm like, I want a chance for a castle. I got a 2 and 20% chance to pull a castle, and that would be really exciting. They did talk about the SPS validators being one of the big things they're going to be working on and getting going. So SPS validators and governance voting should be coming out we could finally see SPS stop the slip at that point, because then maybe some of the big accounts will start to realize, hey, I can't be dumping this anymore. I need to have some control over who's the validators, or I want to be a validator. Or we could also see some people who go like, man, I got to protect my good cards. I don't want people nerfing Llama. I don't want people nerfing Jotun, because if enough people voted on it, they could end up doing it. There is some give and take in this governance program, but if enough people voted for it, the team would do it. Aggro admitted that if enough people wanted it, they would nerf a card. I'll say that, with a bit of a caveat. Anything said in the AMAs is not set in stone. Collection power requirements are not changing after the set drops in a few days, so just so you know that. They're all going to stay the same, but when Wild format comes out, to rank up in Wild, because you can only use certain cards, there's a chance that we're going to see some of the collection power requirements to get up to the higher leagues be a little bit lower. We'll have to see how that works out. And also, Cryptomancer, pretty much the king of the devs of it, his number one priority is to get Wild and modern formats set up and built out. So we should be seeing that probably sooner than people think. That also makes me think that until Cryptomancer is working on Land, I'm not positive Land is going to be coming out soon. So I still think we are probably 6 months out from Land, but we'll see how it happens. Some eye candy. These are the next 2 Chaos Legion airdrop cards. They expect these cards to drop at the same time because of the 1.5, 1.6 million packs that were already bought. And they expect us to probably push past 4 million packs sold. So that we would need to get 2 more airdrop cards, because it's at each 1 million packs sold, and Dr. Blight was a special promo at the beginning, so he doesn't count, and then each million packs sold after that gets an airdrop. So we are looking at possibly these 2 cards coming out there, because it's a 2-card drop at the same time. They're going to be issued at the 1 in 350 packs for anybody that's bought packs. I'm going to figure out how many of those that means I'm going to get. I still think I'm going to be a little bit short of 11. I bought 2,400 more packs. Let's just go ahead and figure that out really quick. I bought 2,400 packs in the general sale with the bonuses, and I have 1,500 in the pre-sales. So I have 3,900 packs, and if I divide that by 350... Oh, I'll actually get 11 of both perfectly. I bought just enough packs to get these ones maxed out. So that's really actually pretty exciting for me. This will be the last airdrops where I'll get maxed out. After that, I'm going to be pulling 10 when it's up to 375. And then when it's up in the 400s, I'm going to be pulling like 9. But I'm pretty comfortable that I'm going to be pulling a pretty good amount of these for the next few airdrops. The real question is, before the legendary airdrop comes out, that's when I'm going to be the summoners. Am I going to be getting enough? Because those ones are the ones absolutely we have to be ready for. We also got this picture. This is one that's coming, but we don't have any idea what he's going to be. He looks like some kind of tank maybe for the fire team, but I don't know for sure. But here's the 2 cards. We got Izza the Fanged. This is a stunning archer with good speed. Sneak though. So Sneak Archer, those cards are always kind of interesting. I don't know that green has the best sneak team, so this is an interesting card. Maybe it'll give them a better sneak lineup. I'll have to double check their team. They do have the one Untamed 4-cost guy that's a pretty good sneak monster, so that would put them right next to each other. Scavenge is really cool for archers. It can make it so once they hit that front position, they actually take a little while to die. It can also make it harder for them to get killed by any kind of splash damage and other stuff like that might be going on. Stuns are awesome. I don't know about stunning the last position though, but it could be awesome depending on what's sitting back there, right? This card is pretty awesome for the Death Team. The Death Team is all about debuffing the other team, but to see them to get a card with a speed boost of 7 cost is awesome. The reason why I say this is so awesome is because when you play in a 99 mana match, some of the best debuff and buff cards are cards that cost like 3 or 2 or 4 or 1, and you're like, I don't want to put that on the board in a 99 mana match. I mean, I want a slow, I want a speed boost, but I don't want a monster that weak. Well, now you can put a nice strong monster on the board. It's an interesting combo with the Dragon team to maybe do like a Selena combo with some people using Opportunity. Very, very fast too. So this is going to be a very interesting card for sure. I can't wait to add this into the Death Team and see what it can do when you're able to put it on the board. All right, guys, I know this video has been pretty long. We're already at 20 minutes, so we're going to claim my rewards now, and really this is just for the true fans who like to watch people claim rewards. So we're going to start off here with my littlest account. This is my Drazius account. He can only make it to Diamond 3, and he made it there, so we're going to be able to claim 40 loose chests. We'll go through these kind of quickly. I've talked about these rewards cards in past videos, so we'll really only be stopping for a victory lap when we pull a legendary card, or if we pull any cool gold cards. We're going to do a reveal all to get through this pretty quickly. There's a couple good rares. That's pretty good. Also, any huge dark energy crystals would be cool. I know this last season I pulled 5,000 one time. That was pretty cool. I did that on one of my alt accounts. Nothing groundbreaking here, unfortunately. None of these DECs are very big. Our gold card was a common, though it's a pretty good common. We did pull an epic card, so the lava launcher is a nice card to pull, absolutely. We got 100 dark energy crystals, so that's not bad. And we pulled, let's see, how many rares out of 40? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I'll take it. This is pretty comfortable. Nothing bad going on here. Overall, just solid rewards for the end of the season. We'll go ahead and log Drazius out. We'll log in my other... Ooh. I guess I cleared my cookies recently. Oh, there it is. There we go. So this is an account I actually made for my wife, but I delegated her a bunch of cards, couldn't get her to play the game. So this account can make it all the way up to champion in theory with collection power, but it's really just because it's holding a decent amount of gold cards. It cannot get there competitively. So this season I was able to make it to Diamond 2 though, so she's getting a few more chests than the Drazius account. Now this gives us an opportunity to hope to maybe pull a little bit more stuff. That was nice to see. We saw a lot of rares kicking off, a couple different epics. We still haven't seen a chest shake though. Are we going to get a shake? No, we're not going to get a shake. But you do see just a few more chests means instead of getting 4 rares, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rares and 2 epics. That's pretty strong. I don't think I got any dark energy crystals in the 100 range. There was a 60, so no crazy dark energy crystals, but still. And my only gold card was a common again, so again, solid, good rewards. Oh, that might have been a 7th rare. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 actually. So 7 and 2, really solid. Now we're going to go ahead and go over to my main account. My main account can make it to Champ 1. I'm up there. I have enough collection power. I just haven't been able to do it. One of the things they did say in the AMA is maybe we could get some adjustment to the Champion League thing, because it is super impossible to get up into those 47 things unless you're one of the top 10 players in the game. Like if I go to the leaderboard for last season, I want to say I was probably a top 100 player, but I didn't even get 160. So I wasn't I'm a top 200 player, but I got stuck here and I just didn't have the time or energy to really try to concentrate and get to the next level. Also, I'm in an interesting position. I'm running into maxed out leveled Chaos Legion cards that I haven't maxed out yet because I bought those 2400 packs in the pre-order for the general sale, so I'm waiting to open those because I want to open a lot of those before I go shopping, because I don't want to buy cards when I'm about to open a bunch of packs. But still, we'll see if we can get a chest to shake today, or we can get one big dark energy crystal payout. Let's see what we got here. There's a gold common, so we got an early gold. Not a lot of rares yet. There's one, there's another, there's an epic that I haven't seen yet today, so that was good. There's another epic. Kind of interesting. The epics were we got a shake. Oh, and it's the good one. Yeah. Oh, another one. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So they didn't turn gold, but we got 2 legendaries. That is pretty awesome. Oh, Shaunist, I think, is one of the more powerful mages in the game, and for him to be in a rewards card is great. I actually like this one a lot. I talked about them both in my rewards card video I did last week. This card is still very strong, even though it's gotten very cheap. And Uraeus is a very strong card too, so to pull 2 of him is really good. It's kind of interesting for me now. I'm trying to max out these cards on my main account. I'm pretty much done. And then I'm starting to build up ones that are high enough levels to help my 2 alt accounts. So we'll see if I'm able to do that. All right, everybody. So we're going to end it there. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll just look at Chatter's new business card. And we'll talk about, there's nothing really else going on at this point, but make sure that you're enjoying your time in Splinterlands, and I hope you have some luck with your season rewards. Bye.